this upcoming matchup. Just incredible, Jerry Lynn, but it's not going to be America's Most Wanted. It's going to be Chris Sabin joining Chris Harris.
The following contest is an Asylum Alliance tournament matchup. Making his way to the ring, representing the Extreme Revolution, this is Justin Credible!
Mike, I've got to tell you, I am looking forward to this matchup. Just Incredible and Jerry Lynn.
What a team they are. Just Incredible and Jerry Lynn joining forces, believe it or not, and this one's hard to comprehend, for the very first time.
His tag team partner from Minneapolis, Minnesota. He weighs in at 212 pounds, Jerry Lynn.
You know, not only were Jerry Lynn and Just Incredible both former ECW World Champions, but they were two men who fought each other for that title. It was in October of 2000 in his home area of St. Paul, Minnesota, where this man, Jerry Lynn, defeated Just Incredible to capture the ECW title. Tonight, they're partners.
And their opponents. First of all, representing Sports Entertainment Extreme, he is the current reigning and defending X-Division Champion of the World. This is Chris Sabin.
How about Glenn Gilberti stating that he's pulled some strings tonight, and he lined this up. And when I took a look at the face of Chris Harris, it was almost like he reluctantly accepted Sabin as his partner.
His tag team partner, representing America's Most Wanted, weighing in at 249 pounds, Wildcat, Chris Harris.
Well, you got to look at it this way, Mike. What options did Chris Harris have? He knows he cannot take on Jerry Lynn and Just Incredible one-on-two. It's just not feasible. It's just not intelligent.
Yeah, what else? You can forfeit the match,
right.
maybe?
Is he going to forfeit? No. And you know what? You got to admit he took a great partner. Chris Sabin, a young, up-and-coming star and the current X-Division champion. I think it's a good move on Chris Harris' part.
That was the first time that they've ever teamed.
Good point.
Think of the situation here, America's Most Wanted.
First time the Lynn Incredible ever teamed.
That's so they're even. But think of the advantage that would have given America's Most Wanted. We understand James Storm not able to be here tonight because of personal reasons, I guess. That's the word that I've received. Not really much more detail than that leads us to this matchup now where Chris Sabin, representing Sports Entertainment Extreme, the current NWA TNA X Division champion, is the tag team partner of Wildcat Chris Harris.
I understand, Mike, that these two right here, Jerry Lynn and Chris Sabin, were in a match in New Zealand that tore the house down. Two great stars, Jerry Lynn, Just Incredible, together for the first time, former ECW champions. Think about it, Jerry Lynn had to beat Just Incredible to get that championship. Oh, man, what a move there by Jerry Lynn.
Snaps off the Hurricane Rana. And look how quickly, though, Sabin is back to his feet. Recipient of a German suplex. There's the bridge, and there's the 2 count.
Oh, this Chris Sabin's going to be a star for a long time to come. I've not talked to anybody that's not seen him that's not incredibly impressed. Oh, Jerry Lynn just takes it right to the Wildcats.
Kind of a strange situation, though, also seeing the Wildcat Chris Harris come from that sex locker room area for the match. And I know he was back there for that conversation with Glenn Gilberti, but still very odd to see.
Yeah. You know, they've had their eye on him, I think, for a long time. Or Glenn Gilberti's smart enough to know he wants to have all his bets hedged. And I'll tell you what.
Oh, wait a minute. Glenn Gilberti, a manipulator?
Yes.
Glenn Gilberti, a master politician?
I mean, what
kidding.
better way if you can have a part of your team in the championship match eventually with Triple X? That way you don't have a chance of losing the tag team titles. Gilberti's a genius. He's gifted.
You're a wise man, Don West. Drop toe hold by Lynn. Takes down Harris, but Chris is able to roll out of the way and avoid the elbow drop. Quickly, Just Incredible in.
Moved by Chris Harris and another one with authority, Mike.
2 deep arm drags that time by Harris. Controlling Just Incredible, who fights back. Jacked his jaw that time with the right hand.
I'll tell you what, you got to give it to Just Incredible. He just popped right out of both of those and got right back in it. Oh, beautiful right there.
The southpaw connects that time. Left arm lariat by Harris, heads to the top.
Oh, man.
Just incredible. If he turns around, it's going to be met with a crossbody block and a pin attempt and a 2 count. You know, and I'm just thinking, too, at the same time, sure, Gilberti lines up this situation with Sabin. But also it's a chance for him to drive a wedge even further between Storm and Harris, America's Most Wanted. Another pin attempt here and another 2 count for Credible.
And though somehow, Mike, they have managed to stay together, America's Most Wanted somehow has, there's no doubt in anybody's mind that all is not well in the America's Most Wanted house. I mean, these two have been having trouble for the last couple of months.
Yeah, almost, though, seems like in recent weeks it's been this on-again, off-again situation between those two.
Sometimes it's just things you've got to work out. Maybe that's one of the reasons that James Storm's not here tonight. Maybe he just wants to reevaluate what's going on. We have no idea.
Face jam out of the corner. Chris Harris takes Jerry Lynn by the hair. Drives him right down to the canvas. And you see, first-time tag partner, Chris Sabin, gives him the thumbs up. Says, good job. Measuring him out of the corner. Charging across. He was going for a spear there, I think. And Lynn was able to avoid the contact.
One thing about it when Jerry Lynn, man, Sabin came to the aid of Harris.
Oh!
You know what, though? I will say this about that move Sabin did. It just dispelled my doubts that Sabin was going to somehow try to screw him.
Caught that spear, however, and Sabin doesn't go for a pin, goes right to the mount, and rains down a series of right hands to the head of Jerry Lynn.
I'm sorry, Mike. I was just going to say, I don't know if you were thinking that, but I've been thinking the whole time that Sabin's been out there that somehow maybe Gilberti had some kind of mind control on him to try to mess up Chris Harris, but he didn't.
What fire from the X Division champ Sabin. The boots to Lynn, drops down with a right hand. Back to the offensive goes Sabin. Who's going to advance in this Asylum Alliance tournament matchup?
I will say this, Mike. It's great to see an Asylum Alliance bout right now where all 4 members are actually trying to win the match and to go for the title.
Lynn able to snap off the head scissors. Sabin circles. I thought he was going to head to the corner and get Harris in. Instead, he goes right back to Lynn.
I mean, Sabin's just built like a wrestler. And it's like this guy was born to wrestle. Built low to the ground, stocky, great gravity. Look at that.
And great enziguri kick on target by Sabin. Yet to come tonight. Raven versus Glenn Gilberti. Yes, the #1 contender to Jeff Jarrett. Glenn Gilberti to go head-to-head and one-on-one with Raven. What an intense matchup that should be after Raven's recent association with Sports Entertainment Extreme, and we saw it last week. It's Raven for Raven.
That's right. Raven is no longer a part of Sports Entertainment Extreme. I don't know that he ever really was, Mike. I think he used him to get his title shot, saw that he had the power, and has made his move on his own.
You must have been following Raven's history through the years because, let's face it, Raven's always been for Raven. Nice double team tactics by Harris and Sabin as they have controlled the last few minutes of this matchup. Neutralizing type move now by Chris Harris on Jerry Lynn. I think it's time for Lynn to do everything he can to get to the corner, to get the fresh man, to get Just Incredible into this tag team matchup. Now, Asylum Alliance tournament bout.
Like anybody, I don't want to see AMW break up, but I've got to tell you, I like this combo of Harris and Sabin.
And almost see them advance here as Harris gets a 2 count on Lynn.
Just Incredible, Jerry Lynn working together for the first time? I mean, all their years in ECW together, this is the first time?
Can you believe it?
Learn something new every day. Oh, man. Sacrifice! Oh!
Slingshot ending up with a leg drop by Sabin on Lynn and goes for the pin and gets 2 and...
Whoa. What's going to be going through Chris Harris's mind right now? He's going to be thinking, yeah, if we could, Mike, I want to see that again. Look at this teamwork from 2 that have never done. I mean, they didn't even know they were going to be together until
just minutes ago.
A minute before the match.
And they have put it together. And then factor in that they're going against 2 incredible talents like Jerry Lynn and Just Incredible.
Former champions. Former champions.
Referee Rudy Charles checking to see if Jerry Lynn is going to submit, if he's going to tap out, and instead Lynn is able to reach across
and
get the rope break.
Lynn and Incredible had an incredible fierce rivalry, did they not?
Oh, no question over that ECW World's Heavyweight Championship. Basement, drop kick. Charging across the ring, Sabin just knocked Lynn right over on his back and turns things over to Harris. You know, the more I watch Chris Harris and Chris Sabin, the more I'm starting to agree with you.
You know what, Mike? It's almost like Chris Harris doesn't have the baggage on him. And I don't mean that a bad way to Storm, because it probably Storm would be the same way if he was out there with Sabin. It's almost like it's fresh and it's new for him. And he's got new life there. I just what I'm seeing.
Lynn elevated now by Harris,
the strength
holding him in the air, the blood rushing to the head of Jerry Lynn, and he takes him over, drives him down to the mat, the vertical suplex, the lateral press, the hook of the leg, the 2 count is all.
Oh, Chris Harris can't believe it. Did you see how long he held it? He could have held it up there forever if he'd wanted to.
And amazing that Lynn was able to dig down deep and come up with the power to kick out. Well, Harris goes across. You see the interference with Just Incredible. That allows he and Sabin to attempt a double team.
Oh, great move there by Jerry Lynn.
Lynn rolls through, gets the tag. Just Incredible on fire. Double clotheslines, right hands for both Harris and Sabin.
Jerry Lynn just looked for an opportunity not to do anything devastating to Harris and Sabin, but just to get away to make the tag of the fresh partner Just Incredible. Fantastic, Mike.
TKO that time.
Match.
TKO by Lynn on Sabin.
Oh, they forced him out. Oh no, Sabin's stuck.
And now, attempt at the cradle pile driver. You know, Just Incredible's telling him that he's the legal man, that he tagged in. Lynn says, you finish him off. He's going to try the tombstone. Tombstone pile driver. Right up by Sabin. They got it.
What just happened there?
Sabin's incredible.
And advancing in the Asylum Alliance tournament, the team of Wildcats, Chris Harris, and the X-Division champion, Chris Sabin.
Jerry Lynn can't believe it.
Uh-oh. Jerry Lynn had the cradle pile driver. Just Incredible said, wait a minute. I'm the legal man. Let me beat him with the tombstone pile driver. And what ended up happening? Chris Sabin rolled up Just Incredible. Sabin and Harris advance in the Asylum Alliance tournament. And now they've had words, and now they're shoving. Referee Rudy Charles tries to get between Lynn Incredible, and here they go.
Well, Mike, we heard Jerry Lynn tell us a month or so ago he was going to have a new attitude. He was tired of being everybody's doormat. Well, it's obvious right here. He is tired of it. He is fighting back out of frustration, and Just Incredible's doing the same.
The latest chapter in this rivalry between these two that does date back several years. And now we have referees, and now we have security to the ring to try and break them apart. They try to separate them, and Just Incredible goes right back to the attack.
Well, Mike, that just goes to show you can never go home again. These two, they were doing their best to stay together as a team, and it all just boiled over, didn't it? The loss, the disappointment. Jerry Lynn just couldn't take it. I don't know.
And then they go again. You see the frustration. And the bitterness has now erupted between these two. So close to winning. So close to advancing in the tournament. And just in a split second, they not only lost the match, but certainly this rivalry, this feud between these two has been reheated, and there they go again.
We talked about that new attitude of Lynn's. Look at him. He's just taking on all the referees, taking on the security. Oh, Mike. We've got to figure out some way to settle it between these two. Oh, man.
Finally, we get the two separated. Referees and security have Lynn out on the floor, Just Incredible in the ring. And Just Incredible motioning to Jerry, almost like bring it on, and they go again.
The bell ringing's not doing it. I mean, this is unreal, Mike. They're going to town.
And again, the attempt to get in between these two men and try and separate them, to keep them apart from each other. Hell, they were just tag partners just seconds ago, and what an explosion between these two.
Well, Jerry Lynn has got to feel like the world is just not giving him any kind of a break. He had a chance to beat Amazing Red. The Truth came in, took him out of that match. He had a chance in so many other things, and he feels like...
Just like ECW, I'm gonna kick your ass, you asshole!
Pretty obvious. Pretty obvious, that frustration, and it certainly is the new Jerry Lynn that we've been talking about tonight. And for the past couple of weeks, the frustration on the part of Jerry Lynn and just incredible. It's just reached a boiling point. All right, I understand that we're going to send it back to Goldilocks in the back. Goldie's not there. It's Eric Watts. What the hell's Eric Watts doing?
Gotta check the mic. Testings, 1, 2, 3.